Alrighty, another PSA submission return. This one's going to be a little bit different. Actually went online and did something I never do, and that was to look at the grades before they hit my hand. So this one is actually not going to be a blind reveal. We're going to be able to review the cards just a little bit more, give you some more background information, not get into the grades. All the grades are important. And let's show off some cards. Going to be starting off with the earlier years to present day, more, I guess, modern to ultra modern, if you want to say it that. I'll put the right here. Obviously, I'll put the list of what we're looking at, and if I find any comps, they'll be up there, or approximate value based on my research of what I'll maybe expect to sell these for around that mark. An estimate, approximate. Tom Brady in the Michigan uniform, not a big following. Everyone wants his 2000 Bowman, but he is a very fluid name, and obviously a rookie card is so. I was really hoping for the 8 on this. I think I had a pre-grade 7, 8. I was solid actually on the 8. I was sold on it, and it didn't hit the 8. It hit the 7. We're still in the money though. We're still in the green on the 7, but the 8 would have been a little bit more one of those just like solidifying factors. Obviously off center and well to the left and a little bit high, majorly high actually. There was a white tip, although I don't remember it being that bad. I'd have to check some prior video or pictures, but again, very good name, very good card to have. I don't PC him, so that's an easy mover for me. And we'll get our 7 pile. I did notice a lot of these cards move around their holders for whatever reason. I never had a submission where like every single card moves around, and we all know we absolutely hate that. Next up, a 2002 Jamal Lewis, big name during that time, was breaking records basically for single rushing seasons. Black refracted, these are numbered at a 599. I had a solid 8 on this, and it did not hit the 8. It went up to the 9. Black is hard, obviously, with edges. You want to see a lot of... you want to grade white bordered cards, obviously, because it's less distinguishable on the flaws, whereas colored cards, obviously, are going to show the edge wear, corner marks. But this one was pretty solid. I gave it an 8, I believe, due to the surface issues that I kind of saw and the off-centering on it. But I will gladly take the 9. I don't think that's going to be a big money maker. It was kind of a filler card I just threw in this order. I'm assuming we're getting 8s. I don't have the actual grades of what we got. I just have the pre-grades to the side, kind of like what you're seeing on the screen in the bottom left. A 2005, this is his rookie year, Darren Sproles, Upper Deck Reflections, sticker auto. Nothing really special. These aren't numbered, but there was different parallels. This is just, the red. I think there was a blue as well. Had a 9 on this, and it hit the 9, thankfully. Anything less than that, we're not doing too good. Excuse me, have a tickle in my throat. Next up, got this at a local card show, same card show. Actually, there's quite a few cards in this order that came from that card show. That was I was low on inventory and was just wanting to get some stuff into PSA hands so they can burn a hole in my wallet. Base, I don't even know if there was parallels. I don't know too much about this set. I thought it looked clean. I had it as an 8 or 9, solid 9, but PSA saw something different, of course. So, big draw down on this guy. There's nothing really. This is maybe a $10 card, if that. But rookie card, people want it. They maybe can't afford something higher grade. So, hopefully this moves. Obviously, huge name for the Red Sox during those years. Speaking of white cards, it's numbered at a 350. 2007. Nothing big. It's called the Retail Blue. I think there's a red and it wasn't numbered. I think this was the only numbered print run for this. Obviously, that's a a very strong following name for the defensive side of football with Ray Lewis. And I have this, where are we at? 9 to 10, and it hit our first 10. Thankfully. You can't really go wrong with white. I felt pretty solid on this. I don't think I had a solid 10 on this. No, I did not. But regardless, white, I don't remember maybe true value. I think I paid a few dollars. Maybe priced this around 40, if that. I'll see what I can find, obviously, and put it up on the screen. But we do have a 10 pile starting and continuing. Gold refractor, these are numbered out of 199. Champ Bailey, pretty cool picture on this. I had this a solid 9 to 10, and it gemmed, thankfully. I think there's a pretty low pop of 5, I want to say, if I remember correctly on this. But Broncos uniform, I was going to say, I know he jumped around quite a few teams. I think it was with Washington Reds, well, at the time, Washington, whatever name you want to call them. So this should get out the door fairly. It was centered pretty well. This was out of uncirculated case too, so you can't really go wrong with surface. There are factory flaws, of course, that do come about out of those uncirculated cases, but it's almost like a sure shot to have a better conditioned surface card, and you just have to check centering. It's a little bit easier to pick up on eBay with the pictures, because you're pretty much guaranteed that no one opened that uncirculated case and the surface hasn't been messed with within that card. Color matching on the 2010 Jared Allen, big name again back then. Kind of a unique following fan base, I would say, in a sense. I think he's actually from I don't know if I played against him in high school. I think I did play against him actually in high school. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he went to Los Gatos, if I'm remembering correctly. I could totally be wrong though. Let me see, hometown. Yep, Los Gatos. I know sometimes they don't have that on there. I think I bumped the screen. Okay, where are we at? 9, I think I had on this. Solid 9. Yes, solid 9, and I hit the solid 9. So nothing big on that. It's just kind of like a filler card. Crossing your fingers. Hopefully maybe you get something more than you'd expect. Brian Wilson PC card. I think this is the first PC card on the order. Gold refractor, numbered out of 50, obviously. I love my Giants years back then. I collect a lot of the cards. Very familiar, if you're familiar with Brian Wilson. That picturesque pose right there. And let's get to the grade. The grade was 7 to 8, and it hit the higher of those two, thankfully, on the 8. So good one there for the PC. That's our first 8. Let's slide them into that little hole. Frank Gore, another PC card. This is the Crystal Atomic Refractor. Kind of a lengthy parallel name there, but a good one. Seek out these for any big names. This was only 1 year of Topps Chrome, this parallel. Basically your cracked ice version, but they didn't have that going back then during the Topps Chrome years, so I'm assuming they'll probably bring it back, obviously. They're pretty sweet looking cards. I think everyone kind of appreciates that flair it throws on there. All right, what do we have on this? 8 to 9, solid 8. Well, we got the higher of the two. Thankfully, rather much have a 9 than 8. If it hit the 8, I might consider selling, obviously. They're hard to find, though. These are numbered at 139, I believe. Yes, 139. So, again, that's why there's a draw to them. Very unique parallel, very low print run. Bigger names, they do well in this set. So, for this year. 9 pile, you go. Next up, another Frank Gore. Green. This was obviously big draw for first year Prism 2012. Not numbered. Green, I had this as an 8 or 9 toss up, and it hits the 9. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep this card or not. I mean, it's not numbered, but it is first year Prism. So, it's not color matching or anything like that. So, I don't know. I'll figure this one out. I'll mull it over. next up. Oh yeah, we're about to get into uniqueness coming. Antonio Gates, big name maybe to pick up right now if you can get his cards cheap. I don't know if they've risen over the year or so, but they're going to go up, obviously hitting the Hall summer of this year, 2024. So prices will go up. Big tight end, basketball players is just a freak athlete type thing. Red refractor, numbered out of 25. Big time parallel, not color matching, but it is a bookend. Let me get that properly on the screen. I always find bookends for some reason. So I had this card solid 9, and that's what it hit, the solid 9. So happy to see that. You don't want to go lower. Red, even if you do go lower, since they're so low printed, and if you do have a big notable name like this, you really can't go wrong maybe selling that 8, but obviously 9, and then of course 10 adds major value. So that one is that. I picked this up also at that card show, I believe. Yes, I did, for $5, and I thought it looked awesome. I couldn't really find anything wrong with this card. Although all of a sudden I kind of see like a little bit whitening on that bottom left edge. On the left edge side, but I guess if you look at it right, I don't know if I noticed that or things happen in transition. Who knows? Had 9 or 10, or yeah, 9 or 10, but favoring the 10 side, like strong 10, and that's definitely what it hit. The 10. Again, cheap card, big name. They don't go for a lot, but if you see one that looks spot on, it's kind of a no-brainer. And I've graduated to the big boys. This is my first non-holder card due to min size requirement for whatever reason. Let me see if I have not done this. See if there's actually a difference. I don't think I have any 2014. So I don't know. Everyone's always different on these. It's not under. So obviously they saw something to where, and I am spot on. I'm not going to be able to. What are you doing, Ryan? Do it backwards, but they figured it was, I guess, a little short on something from the factory. Thankfully, they didn't charge me for that. So I know sometimes they will charge you if they think maybe you trimmed it or whatever the case be. But now that I'm seeing this, where did I look at it? In the back? That corner? It would have not gemmed. What did I have a pre-grade on this? A 9. So it's a gold. It's desirable. Big Revis Island name. So I don't know what that means. But I've never had one of these, so I feel like I've finally hit the realm of, well, I'm not going to, that's not how I put these in. You guys are probably like, what is he doing? Let me see if I can, it's too hard to do around this camera. Apologies, we'll just set that off the side. Put them up there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind. Well, I just showed the grade. Again, another $5. I picked both these up at the same vendor, and I thought they both looked clean just from first glance. And I guess I was kind of right with that eye a little bit on the 10 Kyle Schwarber rookie card. So this should have a fluidity factor to it. Pink refractor is not numbered, so pink I don't think is the greatest, obviously, to have as a desirable parallel, but maybe someone is collecting or a Schwarber fan. All right, a low print run out of 5. This is the green. I'm collecting this set, and I'll just go ahead and show it. I was so happy. This is the one card that I actually just was like, actually these next two cards was just ecstatic that it actually gemmed. I think I had I had a solid 9 on this. So for this card, that Kyle Schwarber, by the way, I had a 9 or 10. As you can see. I forgot that there's I put the Pre-grades on the screen now. All right, continuing on. So I don't know. I need to check if I'm complete with this set, if this completes it. I don't know if there's a 1 of 1. I'm assuming there probably is. Panini, knowing Panini, there's a 1 of 1 of everything, especially nowadays. So very happy to gem that and possibly complete the rainbow. Fumblerooski over here. Black refractor on the 2021 first year of Topps Chrome Platinum. It was delayed, I think, kind of getting out to the masses. I have the orange in a 9. I had this pre-graded as a 6 or 7. I actually had this thing very beat up. So maybe they buffed it out for me or something, but I remember the surface just being a wreck with scratches and everything. I was almost tempted just to return it. But in the holder, all of a sudden these scratches are not visible. But I remember there being many, so they might have just been very surface level. But I was like, there's so many of them. There's no way this is going to get an 8. I was like 7, possibly 6. So I just threw those 2 numbers out there. But again, like I just said, I have this in an orange. I know my reflection is, there I am, showing in the card. So with the black background, it's very easy to see backgrounds off the card. And this hit an 8. So very ecstatic to have that in an 8. The other orange is in a 9. I actually just picked up a gold of this card, the cheapest of all of them. Although this is very low print run, being 10 out of 10. So the black and orange Giants colors, that's what I was going for to display. Where are we at? 8. And happy to have that in an 8 because they're impossible to find. I don't know if there's pops on that. Obviously, you know by now because I put it on the screen. So there we have it. Kind of a different way to show a submission. Didn't have to show you guys me opening the box or anything like that. Pretty special stuff. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite card was. And look forward to future videos just like this. Y'all take care. Have a good one.